Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave. And today we are actually going to be talking about the worst of 2017. So this is the last video I'll be doing for my 2017 roundup videos. And I wasn't sure that I even had enough products to mention, but when I went through my collection, I realized that there was enough, I think, to make a video. So if you're interested in what didn't really work out for me this past year, then just keep on watching. So yes, I have the same makeup and same top on that I've had on for the last two videos. I apologize for my lack of creativity, but I am pre-filming, so I am power filming. I'm also just really tired from the puppy. So anyway, I apologize. I hope to get my act together in 2018 and at least change out my top. Anyway, let's get into what didn't work out for me this past year. Most of these things I feel like were released this past year. There are a couple things that I think are a little bit older that were new to me in this past year. So let's start with those things actually, because that's probably the most boring. But this Makeup Forever Ultra HD Invisible Cover Foundation, these are definitely not new, but this was sent to me by Influenster, and I was like, oh my god, people love this foundation. I'm gonna give it a shot. And in fact, I think I did either a demo or a get ready with me with this foundation. It looks terrible on my skin. It kind of picked up on all of my, you know, little dry patches, and it sunk into like all of my lines, fine lines, heavier lines, like everything. And it just, yeah, I just feel like it accentuated all the bad aspects of my skin. So this was definitely a no-go for me. The other product that I don't believe is new this year, and I think I may have mentioned this in products that did not work out for me, a video that I did a couple months ago, but I just pulled it out and I thought I'd mention it again. But this is the Charlotte Tilbury Brow Lift, and this is the three-way shape tool. So this is the one with the pencil at one end, and which is fine. The pencil is actually okay. The spoolie, which is also fine, but it has this shape powder sponge tip applicator thing right in the middle, and it is just way too peachy and deep for this area, I think, of your brow bone. It should be a lot lighter, whiter, maybe even matte, but this has like a faint kind of like shimmer to it, and it's so weird because it actually makes that area of your brow bone like stand out, but not in a good way. It's not like highlighted, it's like you put like a peach highlighter there. It's just very, very odd. So it's the wrong tone. At least it's the wrong tone for me. I don't know if the other pencils that come in different shades, if the powder product is a different shade in those. I think that would be kind of odd and a little bit too confusing, but yeah, so this, well, I should mention what color I have. This is Supermodel, and it's the darkest shade I got for the pencil, but again, the powder, not a good color. Speaking of Charlotte Tilbury, these came out this past year. These are the Hollywood Lips. These are like her version of liquid lipsticks. This has like a moussey kind of texture to them, and you can probably see on my sponge tip applicator, but it's just a really clumpy formula, and it's I don't know, it's very, very weird. Let me see if I can actually show you on my arm here. But can you see how it has like clumpy kind of like balls of the product in that swatch? And I mean, eventually you can kind of like smooth it out a little bit, but it's just uncomfortable, and it kind of like emphasizes the lines in my lips, and because it's matte and because it has this weird kind of clumpy effect, it really, really gives you like butthole lips immediately. It's not cute at all. So I only got this one color, thankfully. This is in Rising Star. So I don't know if the other colors have a different consistency. You know, sometimes like reds or purples, like they always kind of like look a little bit different. The formula ends up being a little bit different because of the dye. But this one, not so good. I have not used it since maybe like the first week that I got it, because I was like, what is going on? It just feels, I don't know, it just doesn't feel as smooth and moussey as it should, or as it did when I first opened it up. All right, next up I have some like concealer type products. This one, by Terry Steel Expert Click Stick Concealer, I have it in the shade 4.5, and I did a whole wear test, like full day wear test of this, first impressions kind of a video, which I'll remember to link above me, and it's not good. It made my under eyes look really, really old, and it gave me texture where I don't even have any texture, and it was just kind of awful. It's okay on my face, like around my nose or basically like smooth areas. It's okay for kind of like spot concealing, so I've held on to it for that, but for under the eyes, it's really not good at all. So the next sort of concealer highlighty kind of stick is the Fenty Beauty Match Stick. I love, and I mentioned this in my contour, my Best of 2017 contour video, I love this. I do not love. This is in the colorway Linen, and this is, I believe, supposed to be like a highlight kind of concealer type of product. It is so dry, and it really kind of, like when you try and spread it out, it kind of like tugs a little bit, and it's just not, it's not a good color, and you know, which is personal, but I just think the formula is not right for this area of the face. I think you need something a little bit more emollient, smoother, you know, just something that's more easily blendable, where this is not at all. So this was a definite pass for me. And then this product is such a shame. This is the Soft Matte Complete Concealer from NARS. When I first got this, I loved it. I used it under my eyes, I used it on my face. It was so, so great. But it very quickly, I want to say within like a month or two, it dried out, so that when I started to use it under my eyes, it really started to look very cakey, and it aged my under eyes pretty badly. You know, I keep the lid really, really tight. I keep my concealers in this drawer so it doesn't see any sun. You know, I really try and like, you know, take good care of it. And for something to go kind of not bad, but for the formula to change within like a couple of months, I just thought, oh no, this is not good. So this did not work out for me eventually. So this is something that I guess you could say I changed my mind about, because I did like this a lot in the beginning. All right, and my final 3 products are all from the Victoria Beckham Estee Lauder collaboration. This collaboration was definitely, I feel like overall, a miss for her and for them. There's some products that I absolutely love, like the Morning Aura Illuminating Cream. I can't live without that. I have backups. I love the bronzers, the eyeshadows are really great, the eye foils, etc., etc. But the misses are such big misses. Like, they're not even like, oh, they're okay. Like, these products I think are really awful. So the first one is the Skin Perfecting Powder. This is, it's hard, it's dry, there's like nothing, it's chalky, you can't pick it up. And it's just a terrible, terrible powder. And I feel like it's one of those products that, like, the more I use, the less product I'm able to pick up. So maybe it's developing hard pan. I can't really tell because of the color, but it's such a shame. I mean, the compact is beautiful, and most of her other powder products are really nice. Like I said, I love both of her bronzers, the Saffron Sun and the Java Sun. Love. So I had really high hopes for this pressed powder. I thought, oh, this is going to be great, you know, just beautiful compact, throw this in your purse, you're going to look so glam when you know, pull it out. I tried to use this a couple times, and at first I was like, oh, you know, it's okay. But like I said, you know, it's like the more I tried to get in there for product, the worse it got. It was like I can barely pick up anything anymore. So this is a total dud. The other thing from their collaboration, which is a total dud, is this lip gloss in Fired Crystal. This is the one that has like a holographic tinge to it. It is so wet and oily feeling that it just sort of melts whatever is underneath it. It makes any sort of lipstick or lip gloss or lip liner that you may have on underneath just sort of start to like separate, and the whole like cool holographicness of it is completely lost. It's like barely there. And so it's just messy. It's just a messy gloss, and it's so I mean, it's, you know, there's a little bit of tack to it, but it's kind of just oily feeling. I don't know what they did, because I love the other lip gloss that came out in this collection, the Desert Heat, which showed up in my best of. But this is just terrible. I don't know why the formula and the consistency of this lip gloss is so different, but it's really awful. And then last but not least from this collection is the mascara. So the Victoria Beckham Estee Lauder mascara, and it's in Blackest. I think they only have one color for this. It is the wettest mascara in the entire world, and I thought, oh, okay, it's because I just opened it. It needs to kind of like dry out a little bit or whatever. It has been open since I got this in September, and it's now January. It is still so wet, and this little it's like a poor pairing between this little wand, because you have to get really close to your lashes, and with that wet formula, because you're getting in so close, it just gets everywhere. So, and it doesn't dry down. So it just is a really, really messy mascara, and I don't know why. I don't know why they made it so wet. If you like really wet mascaras, you would like this, but I don't know. I just feel like as soon as you put it on, you'll see it on your eyelid, you'll see it down below, you'll probably see some like in your inner, like your tight line area. It's just really, really gross. So not a fan of the mascara at all. So those are all of the products that stood out to me to be just not very good this past year. And of course, not very good to me does not mean not very good to you. You may have loved some of these products. If you did, I'm so happy they worked out for you. They just did not work out for me. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Please don't forget to subscribe down below, and I'll see you in my next video.